Coco Chanel was born on August 19, 1883, in Saumur, France. Chanel had a bittersweet personality, according to people who knew her. Coco Chanel never missed an opportunity to criticize her contemporaries. She accused Christian Dior of dressing women like armchairs and said that she admired Balenciaga's designs but questioned his ability to cut. At first, the only money she earned was from singing at a cafe concert where she managed to accumulate cash when the plate was passed among the audience in appreciation for her performance. Around the age of 20, Chanel became involved with Arthur Boy Capel. Capel introduced Chanel to literature and was the one who financed Coco Chanel's first shop. With the help of his wealth and connections, Chanel was able to open her first shop on Paris Rue Cambon in 1910. In the 1920s, Chanel introduced pants for women. Coco Chanel outraged the fashion world when she wore pants in Venice. To make traveling by gondola easier, Coco Chanel decided that there was no comfortable way to ride a horse while wearing a long skirt. Coco Chanel invented the women's suit.
Keynote of these fashions is simplicity of design.
As Chanel once said, luxury must be comfortable, otherwise it is not luxury. Coco Chanel's most famous perfume, Chanel No. 5, was introduced in 1921.
Alors je pense que le parfum, c'est le luxe, voyez-vous. Et même très léger, ça peut être un petit parfum de rien du tout, du moment qu'il est bien choisi et qu'il ressemble à la personne qui doit s'en servir.
This was the first perfume to feature a designer's name. It was called Chanel No. 5 as it was the fifth scent from her samples.
Je ne sais pas si vous vous en rendez compte, mais vous vivez beaucoup avec votre odorat. C'est dans tous les cas, de tous les sens, celui qu'il faudrait perdre quand on vit avec des gens sales et celui qu'il voudrait avoir quand on vit avec des gens convenables.
Although white, beige, gold, and red are symbolic for Chanel, black was her favorite color. For Coco Chanel, black revealed a woman's radiance and accentuated the essential. She believed that there is nothing more classy than a little black dress. During the German occupation of France, Chanel got involved with a Nazi military officer, Hans Gunther von der Klage.
C'est dans tous les cas, de tous les sens, celui qu'il faudrait perdre quand on vit avec des gens sales.
She got special permission to stay in her apartment at the Hotel Ritz in Paris, which also operated as German military headquarters. Classified documents of the French Secret Services revealed that Coco Chanel was registered as a member of Abwehr, an espionage German group. Some have wondered whether her friend, Winston Churchill, worked behind the scenes on Chanel's behalf. After the war ended, Chanel was interrogated about her relationship with von der Klage, but she was not charged as a collaborator. While not officially charged, Chanel suffered in the court of public opinion. Some still viewed her relationship with a Nazi officer as a betrayal of her country. Chanel left Paris, spending some years in Switzerland in a sort of exile. After returning from her exile, Chanel watched her models on the wrong way. The French press ridiculed her designs and age. On January 10, 1971, Coco Chanel died in her apartment in the Hotel Ritz. Hundreds crowded together at the Church of the Madeleine to bid farewell to the fashion icon. In tribute, many of the mourners wore Chanel suits. At the day of her funeral, the first seats were occupied by her models, and her coffin was covered with camellias, gardenias, orchids, azaleas, and red roses. Her headstone was designed by the designer herself and features her signature lion. Coco Chanel is buried in Lausanne, Switzerland. Life magazine wrote, "At 71 years old, Gabrielle Chanel brings more than a style, a revolution."